The Austrian government has introduced a deposit system on plastic bottles and aluminium cans in January 2025. The deposit amount is very high, 25 cents per container, in order to motivate consumers to bring the empty bottles back. As of end of Q2, the return rate is around 50%. The goal of the government is to reach 70% by the end of 2025 and 90% by the end of 2026. The official press releases cheer the high acceptance of the new system in the Austrian population. However, my work in the past 2 months tells a different story. I saw raised eyebrows or even exasperated faces when I mentioned the new deposit system, especially among families with kids. Fact is, the new deposit system has a bad image in Austria. Why? Because it puts many constraints on consumers. There is the problem of space. The bottles cannot be crushed, so imagine the volume of 10, 15, 20 plastic bottles after 1 week of consumption in a small kitchen. There is the issue of time. People have to queue at return machines during peak times. The reason behind the deposit system are not well understood, why it makes sense to bring some bottles back to the return machines while other bottles can be put to the normal recycling containers. And then the high deposit amount is not unmistakably communicated on point of sales. This leads to weird situations where tourists in Vienna, for example, are systematically cheated on by some snack shops or Würstelstände. They are absolutely unaware of the deposit amount because it's not communicated, so they throw the bottles away in garbage bins, and you see a regular parallel economy of organized people who are collecting the empty bottles to get extra money. The beauty of this project is there are so many things that can be done to improve both the image of the deposit system and the return rate. First, explain the why. Create educational content and do advertising campaigns to create better associations, explain why it makes sense to take these constraints upon us as a consumer. Then, obviously, remove the major constraints. Is there a way maybe to crush the bottles? Or if not, propose a solution to the space problem at home. Make the return process rewarding. Imagine a gamification process, collect points with win perks, use social media to have contests and interactivity, have people associate positive things with the deposit system, with the process of returning. Develop a community like an Austrian recycling challenge, for example, where each municipality competes for the highest return rate. And last but not least, of course, there is a huge opportunity to better communicate deposit amount at the point of sales, in the supermarkets, at the snack shops, in the city center, etc. I chose to explore further the opportunity to offer a neat, practical, and why not fashionable way to organize the empty containers at home and easily carry them back to the machines. Think of a store and carry bag with attributes such as size. It must be large enough to contain the bottles consumed by a 4-person family within a week. Material must be lightweight, washable, not leaking, recyclable. And of course, practicability aspects should be foldable, reusable, easy to carry, etc. Something maybe like that. A bottle tote combining convenience and fashion, or a bottle roll for more sporty people. The goal is to offer people a convenient way to store and carry the empty bottles. And of course, to bring back a smile to their faces when they talk of the deposit system. The beauty of this idea of a store and carry packaging is that it also brings value to other stakeholders within this deposit system. It can contribute to a higher brand awareness for the beverage producers because the packaging can be sponsored by brands. It creates a positive image for the supermarket chains who are offering such a convenient solution for their customers. And in the end, it contributes to a higher return rate to meet the goals of the government. So what's next? Well, why not pitch this idea to the main supermarket chains or advertising agencies, get the budget for prototyping, and work with the design team to make this idea a reality?